Hi, this is Desi Serna, author of Fretboard Theory. Welcome to my Guitar Theory podcast. In this episode, I interview Australian guitarist and singer-songwriter Joe Robinson. Joe won the Australian National Songwriting Competition at age 13 and the Australia's Got Talent Grand Finale in 2008 at age 17. In 2006, he recorded his debut album titled Birdseed, and in 2008, Joe traveled to Nashville, Tennessee, and recorded his second album, Time Jumpin', which was released in 2009. Joe has won various competitions, performed at the Bonnaroo Music Festival, was named Best New Talent in Guitar Player magazine in 2010. He has given a seminar at the prestigious Berklee School of Music, has toured in many places around the world, and has been praised by many famous and respected guitarists. In 2012, he released a full-length album called Let Me Introduce You, and also an EP titled Toe Jam. Now let me introduce you to Mr. Joe Robinson. Hi, Joe.
Hey, Desi. How you going?
Doing well. Lots of stuff to talk about. I want to get into your background and pick your brain and hear some of your perspectives on music.
Yeah.
But first, tell me a little bit about what's going on right now, where you've been, and what's coming up.
Yeah, well, I'm in Nashville at the moment. I've been living here for a couple of years, and we've been touring a lot recently, which has been a lot of fun, especially in the Northeast and Midwest United States. And I'm home for a couple of weeks at the moment, just working on new music, new songs, and a little bit of studio stuff. So it's nice to have, I'm in it at home, and I'm heading to China and Japan in a couple of weeks to do a tour. I've never been to China, so I'm excited to play some gigs there, and just kind of overall just getting ready for the next recording that I'm really excited about. So yeah.
Sounds great. Now, Joe, you're a relatively young guy. You got started early, and how old are you right now?
Well, it's actually my birthday. Technically, it's my birthday right now because in Australia, it's tomorrow. It's 4 p.m. right now.
Fantastic. Well, happy
birthday. Which is
birthday.
the morning in Australia. So May 25th is my birthday officially. Thank you. I turned 22, so.
22.
Yeah.
And you've already accomplished so much and done so much.
Thanks.
Why don't we go back to the beginning? You started playing music at a very young age. Tell us about that.
Yeah, I grew up in somewhat of a musical family. My mom plays drums, and she was always in a band. One band or another. When I was a kid, I remember, them having rehearsals at our house and stuff, and just always being around, musicians and music. Guitar.
When I was young, I always wanted to play drums, but my parents wouldn't allow it.
Really?
and here, not only did your parents allow music, but your mother played drums. That's fantastic.
Yeah. We live way out in the countryside. So yeah, we could bash away at the drums all day and night, and no one would hear us except the animals. I started playing the piano when I was about 6 or 7. Actually, I might have even been 5. I was very young. And my mother believed that was a good foundation for any instrument, so she really encouraged me, more or less forced me to play the piano. And when I was 10, I switched to the guitar, and instantly I just felt like I'd found my muse, I'd found my calling, and I just became obsessed with playing the guitar. And here I am, I guess 12 years later, playing professionally. This is all I do, so it's been a pretty amazing journey.
Well, you were definitely made to play guitar. You have a God-given gift for well, for music in general and the guitar specifically, that's for sure. So
Thanks.
you started playing piano first, and you said you started at 6.
Yeah. I was about 6. I was in like I think I started school. I was always the youngest in my grade. I think I started school when I was about 4, and I was in about grade 2 or grade 1 or 2 that I started playing the piano. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. And did you continue playing piano until you picked up the guitar?
Um, yeah. I kind of kept at it. I played in like the school ensemble. Played keyboards and stuff. And I remember I have some trophies from playing like um, My Heart Will Go On at the local Stedford. Um, so I guess I took weekly lessons, and yeah, I pretty much outright quit when I started the guitar. And yeah, I wish I had kept going. I mean, I'd love to be able to play piano now, but I forget everything I knew. Not that I knew a lot.
I don't think it's really holding you back, Joe. By the way, I gave up trombone when I started playing guitar.
Really?
I don't regret that. No offense to the trombone players that are listening.
I started learning cornet. I went to a Catholic high school, and there was a nun who taught me that the cornet. I had about 3 lessons, and then she actually died. She was in her 90s, so she was quite old. But I took a few lessons on the cornet, but yeah, never had the chance to really get into it.
Perhaps that was God intervening, saying, "No, you're
Yep,
not supposed to play horn."
exactly. Just play the guitar. Don't mess with a good thing.
So you did study piano for about 6 years or so, and I'm assuming you learned how to read music and just a traditional approach.
Yeah, yeah. I learned how to read, and I think the reason piano is a great foundation is just because of the coordination involved. I was playing separate things in my left and right hand and reading, and I never liked reading, but I was kind of forced to do it. So it was a really good foundation for just like motor skills, and now like my technique on the guitar is such that I have good independence between my left and right hand, as well as between you know all of my fingers really. And I think that was those skills were first developed playing the piano for me. So yeah.
Hmm. Well, when you played guitar, you initially focused on kind of a fingerstyle chord melody technique. Is that correct?
Initially I was actually playing like blues rock. I didn't get into the fingerstyle acoustic stuff until I had an acoustic guitar, which was about 3 years into playing. Um, when I first started, my dad's I guess record collection was what inspired me to want to play guitar in the first place. And I was listening to a lot of Eric Clapton and Rory Gallagher, and yeah, a lot of blues rock, and got landed a cheap like a Les Paul copy
Hmm.
by one of my parents' friends, and I started to play on that. I also had a 3/4 size nylon string guitar that I used to bash around on as well. But yeah, I started a little band with some friends my age at school, and we used to play like the Doors and Pink Floyd and kind of some psychedelic rock stuff. And we 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 recorded a little bit, and the band was called the Chaotic Penguins,
Nice.
and we played a lot of gigs. It was a great foundation for me as a player, and I was writing a lot of original material for that band as well. And basically I found that I was just more focused on music than the other members of the group. We're all like kids at this stage. We were 13 and 14, so I started to develop a way of playing solo, and um, got a acoustic guitar, and kind of developed some songs, following in the technique of like Tommy Emmanuel and Jerry Reed
Hmm.
specifically, and did that for a few years, and really enjoyed it, and put out 2 albums of primarily acoustic arrangements.